Y'all, today just keeps getting better and better. We already got some Dragon Quest news, which wasn't exactly the best thing ever, but hey, whatever. Oh, this though, yikes! Oh my gosh. Okay, so the Tales of Remastered project. We know that that thing has been going on, but we also know that they've only been doing like PlayStation 3 Plus, you know? Like the last one that they put out was like Berseria, and it's just kind of like, really? Berseria? Okay, you know, whatever. And then we're like, what about the 2D Tales? Well, ask and you shall receive. Looks like we're getting a 2D Tales, and I want to tell you all about it, and that's definitely worth a sub as you come and you join the party and you level on up with me. Thank you so much for your sub, your like, and your brand new hype. It helps me out a ton. So what 2D Tales am I talking about? I'm talking about this guy, right here. Yeah! Tales of Eternia, also known as Tales of Destiny 2, here in America. Woo frickin' who! This got PEGI rated by Europe, yeah, for the Nintendo Switch. And before you come at me, would PEGI be rating a rumor? No, they have to actually have a full game in order to rate it. They have to look at what the content is in order to rate it. They don't rate rumors, they rate real games. Ah! So we're getting Tales of Eternia. Ah! I can't even stand this. So this, as I'm over here just queening out on film, like I can't even take it. So it says right here, release date and platforms, Nintendo Switch, and it was supposed to come out, oddly enough, April the 16th of this year. So maybe that's when they originally wanted to release it, but then it hit some sort of snafu and we didn't really know, and then it got pushed on. We do know also that Bandai Namco came out and they said, hey, you know, we're doing Xillia, and then we're also going to be doing Xillia 2. They said that, but we never got like a release announcement for Xillia 2. So maybe they have all these games just kind of like lined up, ready to roll off the production grid, but for whatever reason, they're delaying it, they're waiting, they're doing whatever. But whoa, this is super duper duper exciting because Tales of Eternia is one of my favorites. It's such a freaking good game. I absolutely adore it. It tells the tale of like two worlds. There is Inferia, which is the lower world, Inferior, and it's kind of like an earthy sort of planet or whatever. And then there's Celestia, the upper world, and they can kind of like see each other. If they get like a telescope, you can like look up and you can like see the other world, but they don't really like talk to one another. They just know that each other's there until this mysterious girl, Merity, comes down and she starts talking all this gibberish and everything, and everybody has to like figure out what's going on and get her back home to Celestia and all this kind of stuff, and it is such a fun little game. So yeah, I'm super excited about this. Also, in the American release, we never did get the skits. They dummied the skits out. So hopefully they will restore those skits in this version and make it much more of like a definitive version. I will say this. In Tales of Xillia, there was some censorship. In the original version of Xillia that we got, there was some censorship. And that censorship was restored to be uncensored in the remastered version. It's basically whenever, not to spoil anything, basically a certain villain dies and she's like falling off the cliff and she flicks off the party. And that was censored out in the original version of the game that we got here. But then they added that back in. So hopefully they will be adding in something like skits. So yeah, this is super exciting. So it says, right, let me go ahead and read this PEGI rating as I might as well. It says, the game was received at PEGI 12 because it features moderate violence and use of bad language, not suitable for persons under 12 years of age. Again, they looked at the game. They rated the entire game. They don't rate rumors, they rate games. The brief outline of the game: it's a role-playing game which follows the story of Reed and his friends Farah and Keel, as even a mysterious girl named Merity who speaks an unknown language. Their subsequent quest to discover her origin leads them across dimensional boundaries to an entirely different realm known as Celestia. So yes, this is rated. They have seen the game. The game is done. It is out there, it is done, and it is rated. Woohoo! So not only is this super exciting because, you know, it's one of my favorite games, but it's also super exciting because it's proof. It's proof that they are going back to the 2D games. They're going back to these older games. They're not just sticking to the easy ones. They've done the easy ones, I guess except for Xillia 2. But that one's coming too, because they said they're going to be doing Xillia 2. They've done the easy ones. Now they're going back and they're doing the harder ones. This is so cool. Now, it says Tales of Eternia Remastered. It is not a remake. Even though this is a 2D game, it is still a remaster. So people who are wanting remakes of these older games, like me, I kind of wanted remakes of the older games to kind of like, I don't know, push them up and elevate them to today's standard, I suppose. Looks like we're not going to be getting that. We're just going to be getting remastered games here as well. No prices or anything else like that. No official announcement or anything else like that. But whoa, this is huge, y'all. Absolutely freaking huge. But now I want to hear from you. What do you think with this news? Are you as excited about it as I am? Because I am thrilled. Much more excited about this news than I was about the Dragon Quest XI Switch 2 port. I will say that at least. Like, wow, this is such good news, y'all. This is great. Let me know in the comments. And as always, have a good day.